The leaves are starting to change a little bit. Per the news, since we're still in a severe drought, we might not have very colorful leaves this year. But we have a little bit of red over there. It's still pretty, no matter if it's bright or a little dull. Fall is my favorite time of year, or autumn. I call it fall. But you guys know what I mean. So yeah, so we'll see if we get any more brighter leaves. We hope so. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing well. My name's Carrie if you're new, and I live off-grid here with my dog Tank. He's over there, and it has been, I think, a week or two since I posted a video. Things have just been crazy, and but I wanted to get on here. I missed you guys. So as you can see, I have a hat on this morning. It is it's September, but here in Maine it starts to get cold at night sometimes. I think this morning we were 32 degrees. Actually 34 degrees. Sorry, I just went and checked because I couldn't remember. So it's not too bad, but it feels nice and crisp. Tank is happy. He likes this cooler weather. We did not get frost last night, but we are supposed to get frost tomorrow night. So I'll probably have to cover my tomatoes up if I want to save them. The cabbage and my potatoes, they'll be fine, and my carrots will be fine. And everything else is pretty much petered out in my garden. So I think I might just take like an old sheet and cover my tomatoes, because I still have quite a bit on the vine and I don't want to waste them. So I'll probably do that today. But what I wanted to share with you guys today is my camper. You guys probably always see it in the background, but I don't think I've ever actually showed it, like what it looks like on the inside. I know I have my camp where I live off grid. I just got my van, which you guys have seen. But I also have my little camper here, which my van can tow since I got a hitch put on it. And so I do have like several options for living or camping or whatever I want to do, which is nice. So I ended up really getting the camper a couple years ago, because it made my mom feel better when I go camping, because I used to camp in a tent. And she would get a little nervous about bears and other things, which I was fine, but you know, that's how it goes. So now I have the van in case I don't want to tow something. And I also have this if I do want to tow it. So, and I got me thinking about the camper as my moose hunt, because it's coming up in a couple weeks on the week of October 13th, I believe. And I think I'm going to take the camper with me, and that way I have because I'll probably be gone for that whole week unless I get a moose like on the first or second day, or I might not get a moose at all. Who knows? But, I'll probably take the camper with me since I'm going to stay for the whole week while I'm hunting. And I'll show you the main reason why I'll probably bring the camper in just a second. Let's take a little tour. So we can take a walk around the outside first. It's a Sunray Sport. I think it's a 109. Yeah, that's what it says on the door. These stairs or steps, the place that I got the camper from, they added these on. They're nice, but I'll show you why they're kind of a pain in the butt. I almost took them off and put the original ones back on. It does have a little awning, just a manual one. I'll take the tire covers off and show you the tires, and it does have a full spare, which is nice. Because it does have off-road tires, which I appreciate. So this is the side. And then if you come around the back, now the back, so this isn't a teardrop, obviously, because it's square. But let me open this back for you, and I'll show you this back part here is why I want to take it on the moose hunt. So let me get it opened. So you can see the back wall opens straight up like that. And then it has an outdoor kitchen back here. So it has, you know, some cabinets. It does have a little refrigerator and a microwave, which I'll never use. And some more cabinets. It does have a sink. And it also does actually have a hot water heater. I don't use it. I don't usually fill this with water. I just tote my own water. But it does have a 2-burner propane stove. So what I like about this, and what I would like on the moose hunt, because obviously my mom and my stepdad are coming also, this gives us a place to cook outside. I don't have to try to cook in my van, and I don't have to set it up on a table and then put it all away. I can just cook in here, and then if it's raining, this top part keeps you dry. And at night, I can just close it up, and I don't have to worry about animals or anything like that. I I have used the fridge a couple times, but I usually don't bother. You can run it, the fridge can run off of battery, propane, or you can plug it in, like if you plug into shore power. And like I said, a microwave, and this is where I usually put all the food. Oh, here, let me go, I'll turn on the battery and I'll show you where the lights are, because it's pretty cool back here. All right, turn the battery on. Let's turn the light on. So it has 2 lights right here, which is nice because in October it starts getting dark early here in Maine. So I can also cook and see, which is nice. It does have 2 lights, but they are touch button lights. So if you don't want them both on, you can shut like one off and just leave one on. And then it has a switch. So you can, like if you just leave one on and you hit the switch like that. So I'll probably just put them both back on. Oops, if I can reach. There we go. All right, so this is the main reason why I probably want to take it on the moose hunt. So, but let's walk around and I'll show you the rest. So here is the other side of the camper that has the window. That is the hot water heater there, and it does have an outdoor shower. I've never used it, but these are the tires. So it does have nice off-road tires, and like I said, that spare on the front is a full-size spare, which is nice. Don't mind the dirtiness. And that is where you can hook up water if you really wanted to. And this is where the plug is for if you want to hook up to like a generator or anything. And it just has a little cubby here for stuff. I don't even know what I got in there right now. Oh, junk. No, that has like my battery charger, you know, all the little stuff, a little broom, all that. And this is the exhaust for the heater, because it does have a Dometic heater that you can use on propane. I don't have a propane. So that's where the propane tank goes. I don't have one on here right now. I will be putting one on. And that is the battery that the camper came with. I might upgrade that battery at some point. It does have a 100-watt solar panel on the top. It does all right, but you have to park in the sun, obviously. So usually I just bring my portable solar panels and charge the battery that way. And I also have my little generator, and I'll charge the battery. But most of the time, because I like to camp simple, I really just use the lights. So I don't even really need to charge it. It lasts the whole time, and that's the on-off switch down there. So I don't really need it that much. And these are the specs. I don't know if you can read it or not, but it only weighs, with nothing in it, it weighs 1587. So 1,500, well, 1,600 pounds, you may as well say. So it's a very easy tow. It's nice and light. It's I got it because it's small and it's easy. So I'll show you what the little bitty inside looks like. Yeah, so let's go inside. It has a little, I call it a little hobbit door because you got to kind of bend over to get in. But let's open it. And hold on, I just got to latch it. So it's probably not the easiest to film in here because it's so small. I keep the bed down all the time. You can turn this into a bench and make it so you could like sit up on a bench, but I don't. I just leave it as a bed. It's easier. And underneath the front part of the bed here, when I'm not using the heater, because the heater's over there, I put like some of my supplies. That's like my bio stove and my cooking stuff. I have my cot and my tent over here, because sometimes if someone comes with me, either I'll sleep in the tent and someone else will sleep in the camper, or vice versa. And I put these eye-rings in the floor, so that way when I am traveling like up north on those bumpy dirt roads, I can strap my stuff down in here so it's not flying all around. And that's the one window back there. Let me turn the light on in here. There we go. And over there is the charge controller for the solar and the heater controllers. I add this little table in here because it gives me somewhere to sit, like my drink and my glasses and junk like that. And let me come inside. I added this little, I don't put a TV on it, but I put that little wooden shelf on it because I can set either my iPad or my little DVD player in there, because I like to play a movie sometimes at night. And that gives me a place to do that. And it does have an air conditioner in here. I have used that before in the summer. And then here it has a little cubby. And it does have a fan. It's not the best fan. I really should replace it someday. But I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to keep the camper after I get the van, since I get the van. And I'm still not 100% sure. So I'm not going to make any major changes like taking out the microwave or or anything like that until I decide what I want to do. But yeah, so this is the inside. Let me climb back out. Oh. I'm grunting a lot, don't mind that. But yeah, don't mind the blankets. I don't do matching anything. I do have some Baby Yoda going on. But no, so, and it does have outside light out here, which is nice. So yeah, let me, oh, and it does have a plug out here as well. I've never used it, but it has a 110 plug. And it does have a quick connect propane also. So if you had a grill and you wanted to set it up or something like that, you could do that. But, and it does have the screen door, which is nice, so you can leave the door open while you're, you know, when it's nice outside. But let me show you about these stairs that they added to this camper. I don't think they thought it over very well, because you have to obviously fold them in when you drive. But I'll show you what the hiccup is. I'll show you from far away like this, but then I'll show you closer. So obviously when you want to travel with this camper, you have to take the stairs. Let me shake some of the dirt out of there. And you fold it up like this, which technically isn't a problem, but when you go to shut the screen door, oh sorry, Tiggy's barking, but you go to shut the screen door, it won't shut. Because of this plastic right here, this handle. So I actually have to take this handle off every time. I have to leave this little hole open to close it. I gotta put this in there, and then I can shut the door. It still doesn't shut. It still doesn't shut completely right, but it shuts it all the way so I can drive. So obviously whatever stairs they put on here wasn't made to go on this camper technically. But let me grab the camera and I'll show you up closer. So yeah, so you can see where it hooks on right here. Also, this doesn't hook very well. So what I do is I bungee cord them, because they have flopped around in there before and I don't want them to break anything. So yeah, so I mean, they are nice to step on, better than that little flip down step that would have been down there. But so yeah, so after I take this handle off for the screen door, then I can shut it, like I said, but it doesn't latch. So then I just have to shut the big door and hold it in, and then I lock the door. But yeah, that's the one thing that is annoying. And oh, in just case, it does have a roof rack up there. You have 500-pound capacity. I don't usually put anything on the roof. So that's my little camper. No, I actually do like the camper a lot. I still have to decide whether I'm going to keep it, because I can camp right in my van now. And I don't technically need it, but I do enjoy it. And it is nice to sleep in sometimes, and I do like the outdoor kitchen. So for now, I'm going to keep it, and we'll see what happens. And oh, I don't know if you guys saw my little tire cover there. Never camp alone. Even though it's usually just me and Tank, which means I'm not alone. That's why there's a dog. But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm getting excited about the moose hunt. It's coming up in just I think 3 weeks now. So if I get a moose, I get a moose. If I don't, I don't. But it's going to be fun going. So I think that's what I've been into this week. I've been getting stuff ready and looking at the maps and, you know, talking to my mom and my stepdad, trying to figure out a plan of what we want to do, because they're going to bring their side-by-side, because I don't have one, and we'll need it to, sorry, excuse me just a minute. I have to show you what Tank just did. Tank just stole the cabbage out of the garden. Tank-a-lank, what were you thinking? Do you have something to say about that, sir? Don't pull any more of my cabbage out. Do not. I guess he was mad that I was not talking to him, and he wanted a cabbage. He does like to eat the cabbage and the cabbage stalks, but I wouldn't have had him steal one. Oh my goodness. Well, you guys got to see Tank being naughty today. Oh my goodness. That was kind of funny. I'm not mad about a cabbage, but it was so funny because I was standing here talking to you guys, and all of a sudden I see him behind the camera walk by with the cabbage in his mouth. He pulled the whole plant out. I usually let him do that at the end of the season after I picked the heads off, but I guess he didn't want to wait. Yeah, you, I'm talking about you. Oh, well, don't bark. We're making a video. Don't bark. But anyway, what I was saying was my stepdad and my mom have a side-by-side with a winch, can pull the moose out of the woods. So thankfully, they're willing to go with me because I don't have one of those and I don't have a winch. And I can't pull a moose out of the woods. So, okay, no more barking. I know you. Okay, are you bored? Are you bored? All right, hold on. Be right back. Well, after being interrupted a few times, this cool weather gets him so excited. He woke up this morning and he was running all around the yard. He was so happy. So I think he's mad because I'm standing here talking instead of letting him go run or play or whatever when he has tons of energy. But I don't even remember what I was talking about, so I'm sorry. But one other bad thing here in Maine is we are still in a drought. We still have not got any rain. Now we're in the severe category. So I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't, I don't know what it's going to mean for precipitation this winter. I'm hoping that we don't have a really bad winter. I mean, I don't mind winter. Obviously, I live in Maine, but I'd rather have rain now than feet of snow later to shovel. So, but anyway, no. So I'm excited about the moose hunt. I'm gonna tape. I hear you. Yeah. I went and grabbed my coffee since I got interrupted again. But what I was gonna try to tell you before Tank started talking to me was I am going to try to film as much of the moose hunt as I can. Obviously, I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to be hunting, so I might not be able to film a lot of it. And where I'm at, I don't have any service, so I won't be able to upload it until I get back. But I'll let you guys know about that when it gets a little closer. And yeah, and hopefully we have some good footage from that. Maybe we'll see some other animals also. You never know. So, but yeah, so hopefully we'll get some rain here. There's none in the forecast right now. The stream is still the same. It hasn't really gone down anymore, but it definitely has not come up either. And so it's just been a weird summer. Definitely a weird summer. But I hope you all are doing well. Please comment. Let me know what you like about the camper, don't like about the camper. If you would keep it or if you wouldn't keep it since I have the van. I'd love everybody's opinion because I'm right on the fence about that. So any thoughts that anyone has, I am happy to listen to and entertain to try to help make my decision. And yeah, and I hope to hear from you guys. I really appreciate everyone that's watching and anyone new and anyone that's been here for a while. I do appreciate it a lot. I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Live every day to the fullest. Respect nature. And I'll go find Tank so he can say goodbye, even though he's being naughty. And here's the naughty boy today. Hey, Tanky, what? Oh, he's licking his foot. His foot is almost healed from his muskrat encounter where he killed the muskrat and it bit him. Tanky, you gonna look at the camera or are you gonna keep licking? Here, look at Mama. Yeah. So thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.